Finally, Catholic Church agrees division, mobilize Christians to pick up weapons and defend themselves. This is morning news. My dear listeners, I greet you this very morning. It's a pleasure meeting you this time again. Today's broadcast is a shocker. Today's broadcast is more or less a surprise. It's filled with surprises. Even you yourself, you will not believe it. In this very broadcast, the Catholic bishop by name Arundade, he is the bishop of the Diocese of Ondo. He has called on the Christians to pick up weapons and defend themselves because Nigeria is no longer safe. My people, what are you to say about this? Because things are getting worse. Let's quickly check the content. The Catholic Bishop of the Diocese of Ondo, Bishop Jude Arundade, while speaking on last Sunday's terror attacks on St. Francis Catholic Church, Owalua, Owo, Ondo State, and the effects of the tragedy on the Catholic Church and people of the state, has stated that he is very angry and humiliated because the country has a history of cohesion, unity and collaboration among citizens, which made it easy to live together for more than 60 years. He added that we built this country together, but all of a sudden, we are experiencing an unprecedented division to the point that tribes no longer trust one another. Just within these few years, one tribe has been trying to dominate other, one religion has been trying to dominate the other, and the passion with which a group within the entire nation is working to overrun other parts of the country is quite troubling. We all came together, so I feel disappointed that those we elected into power in Nigeria are not carrying out their primary responsibility. Their number one responsibility is to protect the lives and property of the citizens. He added that it is difficult to trust the government because they promised to rescue the Chibok girls, but empty promises is what they give every time. That promise was made 7 years ago, but nothing has been done. They promised to stop terrorism, but some of the Boko people they arrested, they claimed they have rehabilitated, and we know the result of their rehabilitation, but nothing has been done to resettle those whose villages and lands have been taken over. And if what we are hearing in the press that these villages have been renamed by this group of people trooping into the country is true, how can we just sit down and feel that everything is all right? Everything is not all right in Nigeria. It is the same story all over Nigeria. Those in charge of security will come out every time we have an incident of this nature to say that the people are not right to make this kind of claim. You know what? It is the same story. I have never seen worse unprofessional acts of security agents. In fact, I am even better than them, and I am a priest of the Catholic Church. I was even the one pointing to the straps of bullets that were on the floor. They picked them up and left. That night, there was no security men in that compound. Everybody seems not to understand the basic principle of security and the professionalism that goes with the job. In my little experience, When a place is a crime scene, you have to secure the place, but you allow the crowd to mess up the entire crime scene. So, our police cannot secure a crime scene and do proper investigation. Do you know that God saved us that day? I don't want to say more on this because it will embarrass the whole nation. I went with the governor to the church. The police were with us. Officers at the highest level at security outfits in Nigeria were there. We went round the entire compound. Later, the anti-bomb squad came and just where we were standing, they discovered that there were two explosives there and the police could not recognize that we were in a dangerous situation at that point. What if one of them had exploded? This is what I am saying. There is a crisis in our country, and that crisis is begging and calling for remedy, for experts to come in and rectify the situation. There is no country where people behaved like this except bush country. Nigeria is a bush country. Nigeria is a bush country. I tell you the truth. It's a bush country. Um, our securities are not well trained. And that is why you see that when they hear the sound of a gun, instead of them to take the forefront and defend the people, they take to their heels. They disappear. Because why? Because they cannot be able to face the criminals. They are not well trained. You can imagine where the bishop and the governor were standing, a bomb was planted there, and the Nigerian police officer there could not be able to detect that there is a bomb planted in that environment. Not until the anti-bomb squad came. Oh my God. Well, which country are we? It's better for this country to divide so that everybody will go its own way. Yes, because even the ones we relied on as security officers are not doing anything. They're not doing anything. Like seriously, and it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, my dear people and listeners in the house, I tell you that we don't have security in Nigeria. We don't. If we have, I will let you know. We don't. Eh? And for what reason? For what reason? So I will say in essence that it is only God that saved the bishop and the governor on that fateful day. If not for the quick arrival of the anti-bomb squad, they too would have joined those that were killed in that Catholic church. So to God be the glory. So that is why I will say that we are not sophisticatedly equipped physically, morally, and spiritually. No proper training. 6 months training in the military school is not enough to make you a military officer. 6 months is not enough at all. It only makes you to be a quack officer, an officer with no pedigree, a corrupt officer. That is what it turns you to be. And that is why some persons, why some of the security officers are going about working assiduously to see to the protection of the people. Some will be at one corner collecting bribe. Is that what they are called for? Let me hear you speak, my dear listeners, on this. Okay? Let me know what you think and what your take on this very broadcast could be. Don't forget to leave your comments below the comment section. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated each time we upload any new videos. Thank you.